Gwen. Well, I'm back at home from our trip to the goat farm last week, and I'm glad to be back and here reading some more stories with you guys. I've picked out some more books about gardens and gardening, and I found this really cute book about Puppy in My Head by one of my favorite authors and illustrators, Elise Gravel, and it's a book about mindfulness. I have this beautifully illustrated book about names. Your Name is a Song. So I'm super excited to share these with you. But before we do that, let's get our hands warmed up and ready to wave hello to each other. We wave hello like this. We wave hello like this. To all our friends at Storytime, we wave hello like this. Hello! It's so good to see you. Sometimes I think I change the words. Sometimes we say with all our friends, and I think sometimes we wave to all our friends, but that's okay. We wave with our friends and to our friends. All right, should we get started with some books? Let's start with one of the garden books since we have two of those. And the other thing is, I think sometimes I can't remember if I've already shared books with you, but if I'm sharing them twice, it's because I liked them so much and I don't want to miss them. So this one's called Harlem Grown, How One Big Idea Transformed a Neighborhood. And it's written by Tony Hillary and illustrated by Jesse Hartland. Once in a big city called New York, and the book we read about the community garden last week was in New York too. In a bustling neighborhood called Harlem, there was an empty lot. So this story starts sort of the same way. Nevaeh called it the haunted garden. It was cluttered with wrecked couches, old TVs, broken bottles, and empty cans. Once, in a big city, in a bustling neighborhood, there was Nevaeh's school. PS 175 it was called, and it sat across from the haunted garden. I think we have read this together before, but that's okay. One day, a man came to PS 175. Mr. Tony, the kids called him. When Mr. Tony saw those kids and that haunted garden, he had an idea. He began to clear the haunted garden, one piece of trash at a time. So they were cleaning up. Soon, it was a clean slate. So just a blank space, right? A blank canvas. Mr. Tony laid down new, clean soil. He invited Nevaeh to help. Look at all the things they had. Fertilizer, seeds, tools, mulch, topsoil, and water. Nevaeh started to plant. Then she dug holes in the ground. Into the holes she placed her seedlings, and then she carefully covered them with dirt. That's cool. Her friends came too. 400 seedlings went into the ground, one for each kid. Basil, mint, cilantro, rosemary. Then the kids watered and weeded, and their plants began to grow. Once, when Nevaeh came to the lot after school, her plant was wilted and sad. "We'll try again," said Mr. Tony. "We'll plant something different." Wood, hammer, nails, Mr. Tony built raised beds for the plants. The kids tried again. They peas and broccoli, mint and eggplants. They watered and weeded. What do you think happens this time? And at last, food! They grew some things. Tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, blueberries, strawberries, collard greens, kale, basil, arugula. Mr. Tony watched and helped and smiled. More kids came from the neighborhood. They tended their plants, which grew and grew. Up came more fruits and vegetables. The kids took their green beans and carrots and cucumbers home to their families for dinner. That's cool. In a bustling neighborhood called Harlem, there was a man. Oops, I skipped a part because it's in red. Once in a big city called New York, in a bustling neighborhood called Harlem, there was a man with an idea. There were kids who wanted to help, and they made a farm. And here at the end is all the information about the real Mr. Tony. It's a real person. And then there are some extra materials about starting a garden anywhere, and some additional resources about where to find gardening information, which is really cool. Harlem Grown. I really liked that one. All right, well, since we're already reading about gardens, let's read Thank You Garden by Liz Garton Scanlon, illustrated by Simone Shin. It's really pretty. They look like they're having a good time in the garden too. Garden ready. Garden new. Garden, so much work to do. There always is a lot of work in the garden. Garden rock and garden water. Garden son and garden daughter. Garden dig and garden play. Garden filling up the day. Garden bed and garden plot. Garden proper. Garden not. They have a messy garden. That's how I like it. Garden hardly makes a sound, growing slowly underground. Gardens are usually quiet. Plants are quiet. Sometimes rainy, sometimes dry. Garden soaking up the sky. Garden path meets garden gate. Garden, wait. Sometimes you have to wait a long time for your plants to grow. And wait and wait. Garden frog and worm and bees. Garden berries, beets and peas. Garden growing like a child, rosy, leggy, fresh and wild. Wild in this muddy mess. Garden, thank you. Garden, yes. And that's the end where they get to share everything they grew together. I liked that book. Well, should we take a little break and breather with a mindfulness book? It's called Puppy in My Head by Elise Gravel. It's super cute. I love her drawings. There is a puppy in my head. His name is Ollie. Arf. Most of the time, Ollie is quiet. He sits or sleeps. He's a good puppy. He's snoring. Ollie is very curious. He wants to explore everything, smell everything, say hello to everybody, and go everywhere. That's how puppies learn. Sometimes Ollie is all over the place. He gets excited. Yip, yip. Then I get excited too. When he's happy, excited, it's fun. I feel like jumping around and dancing. But it's not fun when Ollie is too excited. That's when he runs around in my head and makes too much noise. Bark, 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 bark. He can't calm down. And I can't calm down either. Ollie, stop it. Sometimes he gets scared. He tries to warn me that there is danger. Most of the time, the danger is not real. Eek, bark, bark. But then I get scared too. Eek, what is it, Ollie? Is there something we should be afraid of? If I listened to him every time he got scared, I'd be scared a lot. I try to tell him, stop, Ollie, sit down. But it doesn't always work. Ow! He needs help to calm down. It's not easy for a puppy. If he gets too excited, scared, or upset, he can't listen to me. His feelings control him. Yip, yip. When that happens, I take out my magical leash. It's not a leash that you can see. It's invisible. The leash is my breath. I sit down and take a deep breath, long, slow, and gentle, in through the nose. Ready? Then I breathe out very slowly through the mouth. The sound of my breath calms Ollie. He comes closer. I breathe in and out a few more times. As many times as it takes, but always slowly. Ollie follows my breath and comes to sit right next to me. We cuddle. It's okay, Ollie. He's asleep now. See, he just needed help, and we're both feeling better now. There are other ways I can help Ollie. When he gets too excited, he needs to use up his energy. I take him for a walk or a run or to chase a ball. Sometimes Ollie just needs to talk. I listen and try to understand what he's telling me. What's bothering you, Ollie? Bark, yip, arf, arf, arf. Then I can talk about it with someone too. Ollie is upset because I had a fight with my friend. Mostly what Ollie needs is for me to pay attention and spend more time with him. I'm here for you, buddy. I love Ollie. He's such a good puppy. He is my best friend. Everybody has a puppy in their head, even grown-ups. Do you have one? What is your puppy's name? You can think of a name for the puppy in your own head and how cute your puppy might be. Cute like this one. I really like that. Okay, so we have time for one more story, and this one is kind of long. It's called Your Name is a Song, and it's written by Jamila Tompkins Bigelow and illustrated by Louisa Uribe. So let's see. And she's watching the kids play. I'm not coming back ever again, the girl stomped. Please don't stomp unless we're stepping in a drill team, Mama said. Was your first day of school so bad? The girl looked down. No one could say my name. No one? Not even your teacher, Mama asked. She tried. It got stuck in her mouth. A street musician swayed and played. Mama closed her eyes until she swayed too. Tell your teacher that your name is a song. The girl wrinkled her brows. I can't say that. Names aren't songs. Sure they are. Take the name Olumide. Olumide is a melody girl, and so is Kotone. The girl whispered names. Tap-a-tap went her feet. Mamadou is a beat. Tondolwatu stretches out like a love song. Yes, girl, names are songs. Sing your name. Your teacher will learn to sing them too. The girl did a jig as they walked on. But then her feet slowed. Umi, she called to her mama. During snacks, some girls pretended to choke on my name. It's not very nice. At the red light, a car boomed hip-hop beside them. The bass pounded from their heads to their toes, even in their chests. Pat, 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 Mama patted her chest. Tell those girls some names must be said from here, not the throat. Names come from your heart, the girl asked. Say the name, ha, from there. You got to go deeper to say, Halam. As they crossed, the girl touched her chest. Juana is here. Ngozi goes deeper. It pokes me in my stomach. Yes, girl from your heart. Say your name. Those girls will learn to use their hearts, too. The girl bopped to the beat as they walked on. In art, one boy's eyes got all wide when I said my name. Is my name scary? Wires sparked above a streetcar. Mama and the girl jumped back, startled. Mama put a calming hand on the girl's shoulder. Tell that boy some names have fire. You can put fire in a name? Kwaku storms in on a Wednesday and fire dances in Sagnika, Mama said. Names are that strong? The girl asked. Sayomara fights a battle in your mouth. Tongues bow to say... Uh-oh, I didn't practice this one. Bilkis, Julonk, lunges like a dragon, and Udam is... magnificent. The girl's lips trembled. Yes, girl, just like you. On her toes, the girl rose and kicked as they walked on. What about the kids at recess who said my name sounds made up? Mama pointed up. Tell them that made-up names come from there. From the sky? The girl asked. Made-up names come from dreamers. Their real names were stolen long ago, so they dream up new ones. They make a way out of no way. Make names out of no names. Pull them from the sky. The girl reached up to pull names too. Tajay and Trayvon, they sit on clouds with Jalante. Mama nodded, and Laquan and Lamika are the twinkle and stars, the glimmer in minds that think and tinker. Are these names new songs? The girl asked. Yes, girl, tell everybody to learn new songs too. The girl twirled and leapt to the sky, and they walked on. The next day, the girl didn't want to go to school, but she had songs to teach. Line up, Ms. Anderson hollered. The girl looked to the sky. She saw dreams and fire there. Miss Anderson hollered names. Benjamin! Tap to tap went the girl's feet. Here. Siobhan! Tap tap here. Olivia! To tap 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 here. The girl stopped tapping. Her name was getting stuck in Ms. Anderson's mouth again. The girl sang. The whole class started. What are you doing? Miss Anderson asked. I'm singing my name so you'll learn it. Names are not songs, Miss Anderson huffed. Miss Anderson, sang the girl. Miss Anderson frowned. Your name is a pretty song, said the girl. Miss Anderson's frown slowly turned into a smile. Why, thank you. What about me? Bob asked. What's my song? The girl belted out, Bob! The other kids asked for songs too. She sang and sang their names. Miss Anderson asked, could we hear your song again? The girl sang her name. The teacher sang it back. One kid sang it, then another and another. Everyone sang her name. Korajali Muso. It was music to her ears. And then at the end, there's a glossary of names featured in the story. It tells their meaning. I know lots of kids like to know the meanings of their name. There's Alam, Anderson, Benjamin. It just goes on with all the names. I like it. Wanna, Mamadou. There's a few pages of it. You can read all about those names. Your name is a song. I like that. Some people, sometimes it's hard to learn a new name, but we try for our friends. Well, that is those are all the books I have for you guys this week. So I will see you again next week with more stories. Bye.